Hey, it's drive time. Headed home from work. Like a good employee, what I did with most of my work day was watch WWE WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas. And I had also got a chance to watch NXT, what was that, TakeOver Dallas earlier in the week. So I was going to try to just, go down the list, talk about the notable aspects of both of those shows and what I thought. Right up front, NXT blew it out of the fucking water again, as always. I had this running theory that WrestleMania was just going to feel like it was better just from the simple fact of I had no expectations for that. And I had really high expectations for NXT. So I felt like no matter what, NXT was only going to, get to those expectations. It was going to be like, yeah, that's about right. Whereas WrestleMania had the capacity to blow my fucking expectations out of the water. And it actually ended up being the opposite. Whereas I expected WrestleMania to be like, meh, and NXT to be fucking great, it turned out for NXT to be like undescribably fucking awesome. And WrestleMania to be meh. So the main things were let's start with NXT. NXT was fucking awesome. It was fucking great. The match that I thought was that was gonna be the best show there, best on the card, Shinsuke versus Sammy, fucking so goddamn good. I described how strong style was with Nakamura, and yet I still don't think I was fully prepared for how fucking stiff he works. You just don't get it until you see it. When you see wrestlers fight, you go, okay, they're pretending to hit each other, and I'll suspend my disbelief and say they're actually hitting each other. Shinsuke fucking hits you. It beats the fucking shit out of you. Poor Sammy was just getting the piss beat out of him. And it just got to the point where I was like, I don't know if these guys are mad at each other or not. Cause there was a bit where Sammy got knocked kind of through the ropes where he was hanging halfway out of the ring. And Shinsuke just pokes his foot through the ropes and just stomps on Sammy's face. I was like, good fucking God. And it didn't there's wrestling stomp where he's like, ha ha, ah, but then there's Shinsuke stomps where he's just hitting him. I was like, good fucking night. Oh, and yeah, Shinsuke did win. I was actually 100%, I think. From what I remember, I was completely right on NXT. I got every match correct. Did not get every match right on WrestleMania by far, but we'll get to that. Bayley did sadly lose to Asuka. It was really sad. I was not happy. It's one of those things where it was Asuka's good. There's nothing wrong with Asuka. I just like Bayley so much. And that was the feeling you were supposed to have was good for Asuka, but Bayley, oh, sad. That's how I felt. Let's see, what else happened? The Arrival or the Revival, I think they retained. No, yeah. No. American Alpha did win. That was cool. I lived up to what I thought. Baron Corbin versus Austin Aries. That wasn't. I didn't have any expectations for that, so it was just fine. And Baron Corbin came out wearing he usually has this leather jacket that looks all patchwork, but he had that on, and it had extra fishtails and wolf skulls hanging off his shoulder. I might have described something that sounded cool to you. Did not look cool. Looked stupid. Baron Corbin lost. Austin Aries won. All right, right on. And yeah, I think the only other match was Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. And I was saying, I wasn't very hyped for that match. I just wasn't feeling it. They cured me of that because first off, I always love seeing the Demon and like how he like changes. It actually kind of took me a second to like get his like, because when they had a NXT Takeover London, he came out with like a top hat and like a cloak on. So I was like, I didn't get it, but turns out, you know, I get it, Jack the Ripper. And this time, you know, they're doing like, you know, his music, and it's like this like really down, like ba 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 ba, like heartbeat, dark sounding thing. And then like it comes up like, and then you just start hearing bah, 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 like a chainsaw going off. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And then they reveal fucking the Finn Balor's Demon is like, has like a shredded up coat on and like is wielding a fucking chainsaw, and he's like going down to the ring and like with the beat of his music is sitting there revving this fucking chainsaw. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna murder Samoa Joe with a fucking chainsaw. And yeah, like, and he had like, normally he's just a red and black dude, like that's what his demon makeup is, but this time he had blue in it, and I didn't understand that for a minute, and then I got it like for the Texas colors, red, blue, white and stuff. So that's cool. So then they start having the match, and they wanted to start getting intense, so they started doing a thing where like they're just trading forearms back and forth. They're just like elbowing each other in the face, and then like Samoa Joe comes up for a knee and like knocks heads with Finn, and just fucking like blows his fucking eye open, and he like is bleeding profusely from the face. It looked fucking intense. If you've never seen Samoa Joe, he looks like an angry fucking pug, but the size of somebody, roughly the size of somebody who will murder you with his bare hands. That's what Samoa Joe looks like. And if you just see him bleeding out of one eye, he looks like a fucking like anime villain. Like it was creepy, and like they just kept doing this thing where like WWE doesn't like blood anymore. You know, used to have blood all over the place. And yeah, now not so much. Is that a cat? You can't catch me, cat. Yeah, but not so much. So what they usually do now is if somebody bleeds, they'll have the EMTs come out and try to stop the bleeding a little bit. And that happened a lot in this match because like he got busted open like right over the eyes, so it was hard for him to get the bleeding to stop and keep the flow of the match going. So they just kept having to like pause and have him like get cleaned up, but like he was just bleeding so much. And Samoa Joe was playing it off cool. Like every time the fucking medics would come over, he would like shove them off like as soon as they were done doing their deal. And like honestly, that bit of like just like intensity really got me like into the match. So that's kind of my thoughts. Like, there's just little things that they did that made all these matches really fucking good and really fucking intense. And like, then we get to WrestleMania. There's the pre-show matches, which I'm glad Callisto won. I got that right. Tony was one. I got that right. I think that was the only pre-show match. But then we get to the main show, and then I get fucking confused. Because it's fine for me to be wrong. I'm not mad about that. I'm not even mad that, like, my guys didn't win. It's just weird that, like, they did nothing with the alternative. Because, like, the way I did my predictions, like, what goes along with the story, what can they, like, what brings them more ability to branch off from here. And we start off with our first match, which is the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. And I had picked either some Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn to win, and both of them were on fucking fire this whole match. They were beating the shit out of everybody. Sami Zayn did this cool thing where he like, they had like ladder set up, and he like dove through that out of the ring, did like a front flip, knocked down everybody, and then except for Kevin Owens, and then he sprints around the ring, dives through the ring and out and back out of the ring all in one jump, grabs Kevin Owens and does a DDT all in one fluid motion. Like, he was on fucking fire. He was doing great. And then we get to the end, and like Kevin Owens about to like get the belt, and then Sami Zayn comes in and knocks him down, and then Sami Zayn's climbing the ladder, and you have 10 or 100,000 people chanting, like singing his theme song to him, ole, 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 ole. And then fucking Miz knocks him off, and it's like, oh shit! And then Miz climbs all fucking slow, and we're like, oh, Sammy's gonna get back up, right? He's gonna like get it, the win. And then Zack Ryder pops up and pushes Miz off the ladder. I'm like, okay, who's gonna push Zack Ryder off? Zack Ryder, you're pretty close to that belt. Zack Ryder, why are you holding shit? What? Zack Ryder? Zack fucking Ryder won? I mean, yay, cool, Zack Ryder. He's somebody who really deserved it like a few years ago, because he was like floundering as being a nobody on you know, WWE. So he made his own YouTube show, which made him like popular. But since he didn't go through WWE to get popular, they fucking punished him, and like they literally had him like get a girlfriend, get the title, and then like have somebody beat him up and like fucking like beat him up until he was like bound to a wheelchair. Then his girlfriend cheated on him, and then a guy threw him off the stage, in his wheelchair. Like literally, they went out of their way to make Zack Ryder look like a fucking joke, and that was in 2010 or some shit. And now we're giving him the IC title when, you know, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were the ones that were like fighting over it. Really? Okay, whatever. Duh. And then New Day versus League of Nations. Fucking love New Day because they came out dressed up like the fucking Ginyu Force. Hell yeah. And then League of Nations came out and they were just stupid and they won, which was stupid. And then Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, and Stone Cold Steve Austin came out and beat up the League of Nations. Okay, alright. And then they partied with the New Day for about half a second before they beat them up too. Cool, so 7 of the best wrestlers of our generation can't beat 3 old retired people. I mean, I was glad to see him, but fuck. Alright. What else happened? AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. I picked AJ Styles to win this because why would Chris Jericho win? So he won. Alright. There was the women's. Yes, this is probably the best part of the show. They have officially rebranded the Divas division the women's division because they realized that in 2016 it's not that cool to call your awesome female professional, like, it's not cool to call your female professional athletes divas. It kind of undermines any kind of cred they got. So they got rid of this big stupid butterfly belt. They brought this cool belt that looks very similar to the actual World Championship. I was really pegging Sasha to win this. Sasha even came out and had Snoop Dogg singing her fucking theme song. And she had like new trunks that like reference Eddie Guerrero. They were really like saying how awesome Sasha was. So I was like, oh, well, she has to win this, right? Nope. She lost. And Sasha and Charlotte won. Okay. Like, I can see if they were going to go, like, now they're going to have Sasha and Charlotte in a singles kind of feud without Becky Lynch in the match. I mean, that'll be cool, but, like, that was a really, really good time to do it. You can have, like, Snoop Dogg come out and celebrate and everything. No? Alright, whatever. What else was there? I don't know. The next thing I can think of is, Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar, and this made Dean Ambrose look even stupider because it was a no-holds-barred street fight. So Dean Ambrose, who's a crazy person that's impervious to pain, he was impervious to pain, can't beat a mixed martial artist in, you know, Dean Ambrose's own type of match that he got to pick with any weapon and use any kind of tactics that he wants. Still can't beat him. So. Fuck you, Dean Ambrose. You suck. I guess. Whatever. And then Shane McMahon versus Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell match. The only thing that could really happen that would be cool, like the only thing that would happen that actually meant something out of this match would be the Undertaker losing, therefore losing his WrestleMania streak, or losing his WrestleMania career, and Shane McMahon gaining control of WWE. Like, so that's the only way something could happen. And Shane McMahon lost. So nothing happened out of this match. But fucking Shane McMahon probably fucking destroyed his spine. Because Shane McMahon's known for doing really, like, fucked up things. And this time he jumps off the top of Hell in a Cell, which, that's actually a really fucking stupid way to call that thing. Like, they always refer to this, like, the match is called Hell in a Cell, but they refer to the cell as Hell in a Cell, as opposed to the big fucking cage. Like, it's just the cell. Don't call it Hell in a Cell. The match is Hell in a Cell. It's not the Hell in a Cell. They're not wrestling inside of the Hell in the Cell. It's stupid. Shane jumps off the top of the cell, which is like 20 feet in the air, and lands butthole first onto a hunk of wood. No good. And then he proceeds to lose for his efforts. So, whoopity-doo. Glad Shane McMahon came back to do absolutely nothing, and Undertaker's match basically came out to accomplishing nothing. What the fuck ever. And then Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This is what I didn't know I was gonna win. Baron Corbin. Like, I see him walking down the ramp. I was like, holy shit, Baron Corbin's in this match. And I was like, I kind of jokingly said he might win. And then he fucking wins. And I was like, holy shit! Nice! Baron Corbin won. The fucking new guy is getting fucking, like, respect and is building some kind of, you know, cred. Who would have goddamn thunk that? So, you know, rad. Fucking go Baron Corbin. I actually, like, I was in my chair at work and go, oh! Nice! Something logical happened. But then they were saying The Rock's gonna be here. The Rock's gonna do something. The Rock's gonna be here. So then The Rock comes out and he has a flamethrower and he lights his name on fire and hits on the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and then starts doing his Rock thing. Then Bray Wyatt comes out. I've already described Bray Wyatt. He's like, I'm gonna smell what you're cooking, Rock. And then Rock's like, oh, no thanks. And like and Bray Wyatt's like, I'm gonna beat you up. And The Rock's like, okay, cool. And like fucking does like a party boy and rips off all his clothes and he has all his wrestling gear on. And then he has like a literal, he said, I'm gonna break records tonight, and boy did he ever. He had a 6-second match against Eric Rowan, which beats the record for the shortest match in WrestleMania history. There's that whole building up new stars, right? Cool. And then they have like a thing where like the Wyatt family is all gonna attack The Rock all at once. And The Rock, well, I was like, well, the Wyatt family was about to get their ass kicked, you know, according to WWE logic, because they can't beat up fucking anybody. But then John Cena, aka fucking Wolverine, comes out because he's supposed to have like an obliterated rotator cuff that takes him 9 months to heal, and he's back in 2. Figure that one out. He had to have been up in Canada in fucking late 70s or something. Yeah, he comes out and they beat up the Wyatt family. Good job. Then Triple H versus Roman Reigns sucked. Everybody hates Roman Reigns, so they had to turn off the fucking crowd microphones. Because they mic the crowd, that way when they go, yay! You know, make sure the people at home can hear it. But since they knew the crowd was going to go, fuck you, Roman, they turned off the microphones. And apparently, from what I read on Twitter, yeah, that's exactly what they did. The entire match was just say, fuck you, Roman. And then they, like, since the match sucked, they just started chanting random shit. They even got a Shinsuke chant going on. They got NXT. They started singing for Bayley. They pretty much did anything else other than talk about the match. So I just don't get why WWE would bother having a match if they know nobody wants to watch it. It's such a fucking bizarre thing. The best part of this match, other than the ending, by which I mean, thank God it fucking was over, was fucking Triple H's theme song. Like his entrance. It looked like the fucking intro to like Evil Dead or some shit. It was weird. It was like you see like people in like business suits, and they had like the fucking Ood from Doctor Who's like face with like a fucking like a metal plate over their mouths, and like, you know, then it cuts like out back to the arena, and it was like you just see like a skull face with like a bunch of hair behind it, and you're like, oh, I wonder who that is, and takes the mask off, and it's Stephanie McMahon. She has like fucking Rita Repulsa makeup on, and she just starts like saying like after 10,000 years you will all fucking feel the pain of the game, and she just starts going off on this, like acting like Shao Kahn was coming for their fucking souls, like, bow before him, he is going to fucking eat your souls. I was like, fuck yeah. And then, like, you know, Triple H's theme hits, and he's walking out with a fucking army of other Triple H's walking behind him. Like, why the fuck would I ever want to not root for this guy? Like, this guy is so fucking cool. And here comes Roman Reigns. He comes across like maybe about a 6th grader. If you said, all right, you need to make somebody really cool for our WWE game, like create a character, and like he would come up with Roman Reigns. Like, he wears tactical armor, and he's got long black hair, and he's got beard, and he punches, and when he comes out on the stage, he punches, and the ground rumbles. That's what happened. He fucking punched the ground so hard, like the screen changed and fireworks went off outside. It was dumb. Roman Reigns won. Nobody liked it. I didn't like it. I didn't like this show. This show sucked. It just honestly, like, the feeling that I'm left with was, fine, whatever. The only, like, I can honestly say the only reason I'm gonna watch tomorrow, I'm gonna watch Raw tomorrow, is because they always end up having the night after WrestleMania is usually a good show. And maybe they can try to explain what the fuck that was.